Hello and a massive welcome, or welcome back, to Fallout Play Build Collect. I have a new Fallout 76 camp for you today. One of the things I find really frustrating about Fallout 76 is the lack of people in your camp. That lack of population, that lack of busyness and the look that something's going on there. So during the recent 76 playthrough I tried to find locations that would make camps look busier and more lived in. Now, around the map there are lots of these points where various NPCs are performing various tasks. This one is a 3-person Brotherhood team and they're checking out the armoured vehicles here. I decided I was going to try and take this small Brotherhood survey team and turn it into a whole encampment. So if you can give me a few minutes of your time, I'd love to show you around the place. Start with the main entrance. I originally had the usual green guard posts here. I upgraded to these Brotherhood ones when I unlocked them. They have these really cool lights on which looks great in the dark. See also the concrete barriers either side, just giving the thing a bit more structure. And I've added lots of little details here or there, like those little pulsing beacon lights. I really like the way they did the entrance to this bunker. Not just this great Brotherhood logo on the door, but I love the way you have this cold misty air radiating around the door. I think that's really cool.
Nice to
Pick Commander de Guerre to be the campmate. With a military background as an astronaut, she seems the logical choice here for a Brotherhood camp. And I used the monitoring station here to make it look like she runs the camp and activates the machinery here. Also put that astronaut picture in there. I think it adds a bit of character. One of the things I think 76 doesn't get enough credit for is some of these cool building items they added in. Really like the way this storage unit animates. This hand scanner. I think this is a great idea. And it seems like the perfect sort of thing to put into a Brotherhood armory to me. One of the things I don't like, however, is how you can't just put weapons on display like this without them using up inventory space. Love these eagle weapon racks. I thought they were a great way to display these historical weapons. Originally had the punch card machine here behind the stairs and it didn't really fit the aesthetic, so I've moved that outside. You'll see that later. Downstairs area has to pull double duty. This doubles up as both the living quarters for the officers, that's myself and Commander de Guerre, and of course as the main workshop for weapons. Really like these chalkboards, I've used these a lot. I had the chemical one there above the chemical station. Have the usual weapons and armour workbenches, nothing fancy there. And I put this hazardous materials box here next to them. Seems to make a lot of sense to me because a lot of the weapons in Fallout would be using these hazardous materials. Entrance here to the underground bunker. You can see I've put this control unit on the side to make it look like that's operating the door. I like how that's come out. I had a small underground bunker here and I was originally going to do it as part of this video, but I've since replaced it with a much larger one. In fact, that's turned into quite a large underground Brotherhood base in its own right. I thought it was too big to put in this video, but if you'd like to see me do that one, let me know and I'll get that video up for you. Heavy weapon collection. Should be noted, if you put a cryolator in there, you get this lovely dry ice effect off of it. Also have the quad barrel Brotherhood launcher there. I'd love to have that in Fallout 4. Very simple living area, just the beds, the footlockers and a sink. But I really do like this Battle of Anchorage painting. Had to get that in there. Right, let's head back up and I'll show you the camp outside. And here we actually see Commander de Guerre using the control station. Since she talks about communications related stuff quite often, it really fits in well with the camp. Really wanted this defensive walkway structure to be far more extensive, but fell foul of camp budget problems. At least it's somewhere to put a turret to give some kind of coverage on that mountainside. Put these tank traps and these guard posts here, and it should be said the characters do actually use them. If you get involved in a battle or a firefight here, your characters will actually take cover behind them, which is really nice. This location here is right down the road from this Red Rocket mega stop. It's one of my favourite locations in the whole game for a lot of different reasons. Thematic here, the Brotherhood soldiers are going out there scavenging the Red Rocket megastop and coming back to these repair stations to repair their armour. You can see I've crammed in food wherever it seemed practicable. Behind here we have the ammo chest and this brilliant Brotherhood equipment chest. I really wish we had this in Fallout 4. And next to that I have this ammo station. The ammo sorter, I think it's a bit of an ugly machine, but it's a really useful thing to have in your camp. Some ammo crates and some coffins there, again just to add a little bit of theme and a bit of character. Above it I placed this lightweight observation deck. Again, this is a head cannon thing. I have the spotlights here and the radio station, the idea being some kind of commander is operating the troops going out and keeping track of who's coming and going at the base. It's using up a lot of camp budget and not really serving a purpose, but if you've seen any of my Fallout 4 builds, you know I have to have these kind of headcanon roleplay elements in my builds. And then on to something that is practical with this medical station. It's not essential obviously, but I really like this. I love the animation it plays, and I like having this in all of my camp builds. Let's move around to the back of the base, and you can see this is where I've got most of the food. I've also got the power units here, and you can see up on the roof I've got a solar panel. This was an area that was heavily changed and edited as I unlocked more equipment. Originally had a more extensive defensive structure back here, but that was sacrificed for budget reasons. Next we have the guest tent. Very simple survival tent with 2 beds. I quite often find I've got a travelling merchant in the camp. They seem to turn up quite a bit, and if you've played through the Commander de Guerre storyline, you know you can get a semi-permanent merchant from her as well. I won't say any more about that in case you want to play through that story, but it seemed to make some sense to add some guest beds for travelling merchants. At the back of the camp I have the portable bungalow. This is the living area for the 3 Brotherhood soldiers who are out on the road. Of course this is all purely storytelling, headcanon stuff again. They never come in here. But that didn't stop me adding some personal items for them. Just some bits and bobs and collectibles they might have found on their travels. I had the command desk in here to do some planning. We have a radio, we have somewhere for them to wash. And I've added this Vault Boy bowling machine. I know it doesn't really fit the theme exactly, but this just gives you such great bonuses when you're going out on missions. Come here and use this before you go on a mission every time. Outside we have this camp area, we have a Brumman here, we have some food stations. Defensive position here overlooks the kids' playground. You do get attacked from this direction. This whole structure is quite practical really. Managed to squeeze in the camping toilet. Next time somebody leaves that door open, they're going on report. This can be quite a dangerous area. Just down the road there you have the pumpkin house, and you do get a scorch bee spawn there from time to time, and it does like coming here and attacking this base. Another seating area where you can monitor the activity of the guards. Then we have the port side of the base, and really this is more of a practical area than it is cosmetic. I have the entrance here to another underground shelter, and I thought this could serve as an emergency exit for the underground area. A lot of the practical stations here are really for people who come to visit the base for other players. Obviously we have the vendor shop, we have some storage there and the various benches. Quite a few players do come and visit this base and spend quite a bit of time here using the facilities. This is a really great area practically. There are some crates here, some of them are locked but most of them you can get into. You can collect some daily items here. It's usually just some ammo and some basic supplies. There is of course the pumpkin house just down the road. That's full of all sorts of bits and pieces you can collect as well. So there's lots of daily things here you can pick up. Plus you've got the added bonus of having the 3 Brotherhood soldiers here, and they do provide a little bit of extra defence if you get attacked. Thought some of you might like to see this one at night. Personally I think this one looks really good lit up. I've used a lot of different types of lighting and tried to put it in different locations and positions to add a little bit of mood. Of course we've got things like the campfire, and that really helps as well. Quick note about this night section, it's from an earlier version of the build. This is the version of the build I put up a preview video of over on X. I'm on X now, and there's going to be exclusive content over on there, so make sure you come and follow me if you're on X. Overall I'm really pleased with how this come out, so much so that my character just doesn't want to leave this area. I've been here for a long time, and I think I can leave this up as one of my bases pretty much permanently. If you see me in the game, if you see this base in the game, come check me out, come say hello in the game. As always, I really want to hear what you guys think of this. Let me know in the comments. Do you want to see more 76 builds? Is this one of your favourite spots? What are your favourite spots? Do you like this red rocket as well? There's lots of things you can do there. As always, I'm really interested to know what you guys think. And of course, I have to thank this month's supporters. Whether it's just a one-off or a regular contribution, you can help the channel now over on Patreon and buy me a coffee. The links are in the description, and every penny goes to making new content. And if you're still watching, you'll definitely like some of my other content. Here's my suggestions of what to watch next. Don't forget to smash the like button before you go, and I hope to see you in another video very soon. Thanks for watching.